No. Okay, so I'm going to start. It's 1 o'clock, and so if you're joining me throughout, no problem. You can just kind of join in, picking up wherever I'm at. So this is the Tabata class, and the way it's going to work is we have a warm-up, which is all body weight movements, and we're going to go through the set of warm-up 2 times just to get us nice and warm and the blood flowing and getting ready for our actual sets of Tabata. So the way I actually break up the Tabata is I break it up into 5 sets, and then each set's broken down into 2 movements. And then we're going to repeat those movements, alternating them, 20 seconds on and then 10 seconds off. So for the Tabata movements, you will require a dumbbell or some kind of weighted object. If you don't have any weighted object or you prefer not to use a dumbbell, I'll always show you an alternative movement, or sometimes a movement just lends itself to be done without even using a dumbbell. So we are going to start in about 1 minute. So if you just join me, make sure that you just have a little bit of an open area. You're going to need a mat, a dumbbell, and maybe perhaps some water beside you. And I will go over the movements for the warm-up 1 time, and then we'll jump right into the warm-up. You get a little break in between each set of Tabata, but when we actually are in the set of Tabata, you just get the 10-second break in between sets, okay? So getting ready, in about 30 seconds, we're gonna start with the warm-up. If you want, you could have your own music going. I do have music going myself. I will higher it during the work and then lower it during any explanation that I'll have to give. All right, so just going over the warm-up, it's each movement, we're gonna have 20 repetitions of. So we've kind of gone over this all before. So the first movement, we're gonna do alternating jump lunges. So when you do the jump lunges, most important thing to remember is not to crash down on your knees. You want to control yourself on the way down and be explosive on the way up. And we're going to be alternating legs. So jump 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're going to go all the way to 20. I'll count this in on that. Second movement, we should be familiar with these. They're the skaters. So keeping your legs always kind of shoulder width apart. You're going to take a side lunge leap. And then you're going to return to the center and then a side lunge leap to the left. So you're going to kind of go out with your right foot, behind with your left, and then we're going to go straight into the left side lunge, and right foot goes behind. So those are the side lunges. We're going to do 20 of those. And then right after those, we're going to go down into standard burpees. So standard for burpees is chest down, legs back, legs tuck, come back in, and clap overhead. So down and up, that's 1, 2, and we're gonna go all the way to 20 for those. Quick breather, then we're gonna go into our jumping jacks, or jacks for short. Simple, legs out, hands up overhead. Try to stay up on the toes because it's a quick rebound back in, out, in, out, in. So those are the jacks. And the last set of 20 are air squats. So for the air squats, keep your legs shoulder width apart. And we want to track our knees over our toes. And we always want to break at the hips first, leading with the glutes down, never leading with the knees down. So down, up, down, up, down, up. You can use your arms to help. I usually like to bring them out in front of me and then kind of push back on my way up. So out in front of me when I'm down, and then I push up on the way back up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different movements in the warm-up, 20 reps per movement. I'll count us through the reps. I usually count every 2 or so. And then we're gonna repeat that 2 times, take a short little break. You should be nice and warm by then. And then we'll jump right into the Tabata. So we're actually gonna start the reps in about 30 seconds. We're starting with the jumping lunges. You can tell I'm inside today. It's too rainy outside. I couldn't risk it, so I brought myself inside. All right, shake it out. Let's get ready to start. Jumping lunges in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Shake it out, shake it out. We're gonna go into the skaters next in 5, 4, 3, 2, lunging to the right and catch. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Shake it out. 10 seconds. Going into burpees in 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on, halfway at 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, last one, 20. Up, shake it out. Going for 20 jacks. 5, 4, 3, 2, on your toes, let's go. 5, 10, 15, 20. All right, 5th movement, air squats. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake shake it out. That was one round of the warm-up. I'll give you about 30 seconds, and we're gonna repeat that one more time. You put the music a bit closer. All right, 15 seconds. Starting with the jumping lunges. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Right leg started. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Up, shake it out. Skaters. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right lunge, left. Make them explosive. That's 6. Come on. 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Good job. Shake it out. Burpees, burpees. I'll count this through every 2. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. 2. 4. 6. 8. 10. 12. Come on. Stay on pace. 14. 16. Come on. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Up. And breathe. Jumping jacks. And 5. Shake it out. 4, 3. Stay on your toes. Let's go. 1. 5. 10. 15. 20. Shake it out. Shake it out. Lots of movement. Air squats. 5. Feet hip width apart. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1. Weight on those heels. Right. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. Come on, come on. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Warm up. Done. Take about 1 minute. Get a little bit of water. And now we'll go over the movement for our first couplet of our Tabata. All right. So, for the first movement, we're going to combine thrusters. So you need a dumbbell or any object that you have that you can hold in your hand. It's going to be a single dumbbell movement, okay? And we're going to combine that with push-ups. So I'm gonna go through the thrusters first. If you have a dumbbell, you're gonna be holding it like such by the two heads of the dumbbell. Hands are gonna go underneath. And when we squat down, we're basically combining a squat and an overhead push press. All the power is gonna come from the legs to get that weight up over top your head, okay? So we drop down to a squat, straight up, just like that. Single dumbbell thruster. You're gonna go for as many reps as you can in the 20 seconds, looking like this, down, up, chest stays up. There you go. If you don't have any weight whatsoever, you're just gonna hold your hands right here as if you're holding a weight, because I still want those arms going up overhead. Anytime you have your arms moving overhead, it always quickens the heart rate. So that's kind of what I'm looking for here. So you're gonna kind of squat down and push up into the air. Okay? That'll be a movement if you have no weight or no object to kind of move around. Still effective, and I expect more reps done as opposed to if you had weights, because you're not moving any additional weight around, it's just your body weight. So if you don't have any weight, it's not that you're not doing the same amount of work, you actually are, because you're just gonna be able to do a lot more reps as opposed to if you're hauling some weight around. Your movement's gonna be a little bit more slower and controlled, okay? So both are effective. So we're combining the thruster with the push-up. So there's gonna be two variations of the push-up. We have our full standard push-up, which I will demo. Chest touches the ground, legs are out behind you. Hands are about shoulder width apart, chest down, up. Elbows lock out at the top, chest touches at the bottom, not your legs. So this is a no. You're not, you see, there you go. So you're not laying flat and then kind of snaking your way up. Chest hits, thighs are off the ground, pop back up. If you're not at a full push-up and we're working towards that, that's great. We could also do push-ups on our knees. Same idea though, okay? You're staying on your knees. You're gonna cross your legs behind you. Your hips here are in full extension. So you're not here, okay? You should not have any angle. Your hips should draw a nice straight line from your knee up to your shoulder. From there, again, chest hits the ground. My thighs are not touching the ground, and I pop back up, okay? So you're not, again, flopping down. You're kind of rolling up. Nice solid line. Chest tap, up. Chest tap, up. Now, I don't suggest you go hot out of the gates with the push-ups, because what happens is you'll start to fail really quickly. Try to keep a number consistent through each round of the Tabata, and you'll feel a lot more successful as opposed to blasting out 20 in your first set of Tabata and then kind of creeping down to 5 or 10 push-ups in your subsequent sets because you burnt yourself out, okay? So try to find a nice solid pace that you know you can maintain, alternating with the thrusters through all 4 rounds. So again, we're gonna do 20 seconds of work, rest, 20 seconds of work, rest, alternating from the dumbbell thrusters to the push-ups. And we're gonna go in about 30 seconds. Let me get the Tabata set up. Okay. Going in 10 seconds. With the thrusters.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Weight comes up, nice and secure. And let's go. And rest. As we rest, always going to slowly get into position for your next movement. go. And rest. Good. Get the weight ready in front of you. These rests go by pretty quick.
3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. Get that weight up into the thrusters. And rest. Weight down. In position. 3, 2, 1. Into the push-ups. Let's go. Keep breathing.
3, 2, 1.
And rest. Back on your feet. Weight ready in front.
3, 2, 1, go.
And weight comes up. Here we go. Keep breathing. Come on.
3, 2, 1.
And rest. Going in 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Push-ups. And rest. Here we go. Fourth set. 2, 1. Let's go. Weight up. Squat down. And up. Keep breathing. Come on. And rest. In position for the push-ups. Going in 3, 2, 1. Come on, fight for it. And rest. Good. That was our fourth set.
3, 2, 1, done.
Good. So as you can tell, there's 4 rounds of each movement. Broken up by the 2 movements that we share the Tabata with. So good, that was round 1, or the first set. Now for the second one, we are going to combine the curtsy squat and burpee over the dumbbell. So, 2 options for the curtsy squat. You could choose to use a weight, or once again, you could just move your body weight, and both are perfectly effective. Of course, a reminder that if you are using weight, always controlling movement. You can't blast through the movements as fast, but I also do encourage to start adding weight to your movements because resistance is always good when you train, especially to build lean muscle, burn fat, and all that stuff. But of course, that's once you've mastered the technique. So if you haven't quite mastered the technique of the curtsy squat yet, then I suggest you just keep it at your body weight and focus on technique, all right? So for the curtsy squat, we're gonna be alternating left leg to right leg. So you wanna start with your feet shoulder width apart, and then you want to bring, if I say we're gonna start with our left leg, you're gonna bring it behind your right leg, like such, and you're going to literally take a curtsy and squat down. You're going to return to the original position and alternate legs. Okay, this time the right leg's going to go behind the left leg, squat down and back. So we're always returning to center for this before going to either the left or the right side. I don't want you going from directly left to right. You'll quickly lose balance and control. So in kind of a quicker time mode, you're going to be going down, center, down, center, down, center. You can tell I always keep my hands up here as if I'm holding something, so I'm so used to kind of holding my dumbbell. Even if you're not holding anything, I always suggest you keep your hands close to your chest and up, just as a reminder to keep your chest lifted so that you can breathe and that your core is on and that your posture remains good. Or else you kind of could start looking like this. And we don't want to look like that when we move. We always want to have our chest up. Okay? So curtsy squat for the first 20 seconds, then we kind of go into our rest, and in the next 20 seconds of the minute, when you put your dumbbell down, if you're using one, put it between your legs, and then you're going to go off to one side. It counts down 3, 2, 1, and go for the work. And you're simply going to do as many reps of burpees hopping over the dumbbell as you can in the next set of work. Okay? So down, up, down, up, down, up for the 20 seconds of work. And then you're going to recollect yourself and go back to the curtsy squats. So a little bit of strength combined with a little bit of an increased heart rate movement. All right? We're going to go in about 20 seconds. So let's get ready. All set up for Tabata. We're going to be starting with the curtsy squats in 10 seconds. 2, 1. Weight up, nice and close to the chest. Keep that weight close to the midline if you're using it. Alternating, right to left side.
3, 2, 1.
Rest, bring that dumbbell down right between the legs. Getting ready for quick little burpees.
3.
No clap over top, just hop over. Let's go. And rest. Good. Weighting on top of your dumbbell.
3, 2.
And picking it up. Here we go into the curtsy squats once again. Chest up and breathing.
3, 2, 1.
Good. Rest. Weight down. Off to one side of the dumbbell. Getting ready to burpee. And here we go. Two, one, rest. Good. Catching your breath. 2, 1. Weight up or no weight. Start those curtsy squats. Catching your breath here. Breathing.
2, 1.
Rest again. Weight down. Off to one side. Get ready to burpee.
3,
2, 1. Let's go. And rest. for the squats. Slow down that breathing.
3, 2, 1.
And here we go. Depending on your load of the weight, control your movement, keep moving.
1.
And rest. Into the burpees.
3, 2, 1.
And down we go. Come on. And rest. Not sure if that was our third or the fourth. We'll see, we'll see.
3, 2, 1. Done.
All right, that was our fourth, and we're done that couplet. Take about 30 seconds or a minute. We'll explain our third set. We're going to be down on the ground working some core. All right. So we don't need our weight. We move it aside for now. We have bicycles as one movement, and then we'll be resting, and then our alternate movement is going to be the single leg via. So first for the bicycle, we're down on the ground. I know I seem far. You kind of tilt the camera down a bit for this. There we go. Okay. That's better. We've done this before, so when you're laying down, I don't want to see a gap in your back. Okay, so no arch back. You want to kind of push your hips, curve them in, belly buttons down to the floor, flat back. All right. Your back's going to stay in that position as you raise your head up. We're going to get our hands just under our head, like such. And then our legs are going to alternate from one leg out, just up off the floor, and one leg pulling in. Alternate elbow to knee, and we're going to rotate that movement. You notice my head's up off the ground the whole time. Then we rest, and for the alternating VFs, we're going to leave one leg bent, and the leg that's working straightens out. So we're going to go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So the leg that we're working, again, straightens out, meets with the opposite arm, up at the top. Right away it bends, opposite leg shoots out, opposite arm to that leg comes out, and it comes back up, like so. So we're working side by side, and then we're going to rest, and then go back to the bicycles. Starting in about 20 seconds. I'm going to set up the Tabata. Just give me a minute. All right. All right. Starting with, in 9 seconds, the bicycles. 3, 2, 1, let's go. No. Good, keep going, keep going.
3, 2, 1.
back stays flat to the ground.
3, 2,
Alternating the ups. Let's go. Up. And rest. When you're resting, relax your neck, relax your core. Now prepare again. Bicycles, let's go. Point those toes straight up. And rest. Head down, take a breath, relax the core. All right, prepare. Let's go. Up and alternate. And rest. Breathing. Core tight. Let's go. And rest. Go ahead, take a nice deep breath. Exhale. Getting ready. Alternating the ups. Push. And rest. Here we go, bicycles. And rest. Big breath. Exhale. Prepare. Back tight, core tight. Here we go. Alternating. Pausing at the top.
3, 2, 1.
And rest. Good. I believe that was our fourth.
3, 2, 1. Done.
Yep. Nice. So there was our core set. We do have a little bit more core coming up. All right. We're on set 4. So now we're going to combine another 2 movements. So the first one's actually off the floor. That's why I'm still on the ground. Again, you have the choice of using the dumbbell, which I have here beside me, or you do not need to use the dumbbell for the hip thrusters from the ground. So for the hip thrusters, once again, you want to be flat on the ground. Our heels are going to kind of tuck in nice and close to our glutes. Hands are going to come down by your sides, and you're going to try to not press your chin all the way to your chest, unless you want to kind of keep a space always between your chin and your chest. I always refer to a grapefruit. Pretend like you have a grapefruit right here, and that's the kind of space you want to always keep. You never want to kind of crunch down, because then you block your channel of breathing. So always try to keep your chin open, chest open, and breathe, even when your hips come up in the hip thruster. So as tempting as it is to kind of look down and crunch your chin down, try to keep your head back and try to keep as much space happening here. All right, so for the hip thrusters, you want to get your arms down, hips pop up, glutes are tight, core is tight. You're going to pause here for a second, drop all the way back down and up, down, up, down, up. You're going to repeat this for the 20 seconds. Now, if you have a weight, you're going to place it across your pubic bones or across your hip bones, right here. And obviously, you don't want the weight to roll forward into your face, so you're going to need your hands to support the weight and keep it there. Heels again are close to the glutes. You want to keep your chin up, looking up to the sky or the ceiling, and the hips come up, hold, down, up, hold, down. So same movement, with just a little added resistance. That's our first movement, the hip thruster. We are combining that with a goblet squat. So on our rest, we're going to make our way up again. I gotta adjust this camera a tiny bit. All right, cut off. That's my body. So you guys are familiar with the goblet squats. We've done them numerous times, but I will still go over them. Two options. You don't have a weight or you're not comfortable with your squats yet. Keep it body weight. I encourage you until you master the movement, then add the weight. So if you do not want to use the weight, you'll be going for a set of air squats. Max it out in the 20 seconds. If you do want to use a weight or a dumbbell, we call this the goblet squat. The weight comes up right here. I always keep the weight touching my chest. My chin is always up, breaking at the hips, weight on my heels, down, up. See, my movement's a little bit more slower and controlled with the weight. Here we go. Alternating down again into the hip thrust. So the next two movements for the set are going to be hip thrusts, which we're starting with, so you can start to get down on the ground, combined with the goblet squats. All right, here we go. We have about 20 seconds. All right, 9 seconds, getting ready with the hip thrust.
3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. Pushing off the heels, keeping a tight core, squeezing the glutes up top.
3, 2, 1, rest.
And rest. I kind of move to the side, drop the weight off, and up.
2, 1, go.
Into the goblet squats. Here we go. Time started. Keep breathing. Come on.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Good. Weight down. On our rest, we are transitioning.
3, 2, 1.
And let's go. Hip thrust. And rest. Into our transition again. Goblet squats. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Weight up. Chest up, chin up. Let's go. Push.
3, 2, 1.
And rest. Preparing for the hip thrusters. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 2, 1, and rest. Up in position. 3, 2, 1. Goblet squats. Good. Keep breathing. Let's go. 2, 1. Rest. Prepping. Hip thrusters. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good. Weight off the side. Up on your toes.
3, 2, 1, go.
And goblet squats. Let's go. Last set right here. Push, push, push.
3, 2, 1.
Rest. I believe that's our 4th one. We'll know in 3, 2, 1. Yes, that was our 4th round. Thank God for the clock because I am terrible at keeping tracks of reps and rounds and counting. All right, good. So, we are almost through, guys. You're doing great so far. Keep up the intensity on this last set. So we're going to be combining the dumbbell alternating snatch with a side lunge, no weight. So I don't recommend using a weight at all for the side lunges. We're going to strictly use body weight. But for the snatches, we're definitely going to be using weight or an object. I want you bringing something from ground up overhead. Now, I've done dumbbell snatches before. You guys should be familiar with them, but in case you're a beginner or a newbie, I will go over them. Even if you're using a pop can, a bottle of water, a bottle of shampoo, anything that you have that you can kind of get a grip on, and recognizing that you're moving that object in one movement from ground to overhead, using momentum from your hips, then that's perfectly fine. Okay, so if you are using a dumbbell, you're going to kind of place it right in the center in front of you, and we're going to hinge back with our hips. Okay, we're not bending to the weight, we're hinging back, and we're going to kind of bring the weight up overhead, like such. Okay, I'll adjust the camera again so you can get a full view. And then we're alternating. So then the weight comes down to the ground, switch arms. And if you can tell, this arm's not resting on my knee, my elbow's not on my knee, I'm not touching the floor. My arm is back here where my hips should be because I'm going to use that momentum to haul the weight on the other side up. So there we go. And then down. So in real time, here's what it's going to look like. Okay? Because we're using weight on this movement and we're going up and down, the heart rate's going to spike, even though you're not blasting out a huge amount of reps. But the combination of bringing weight and it being up over your head and the body moving from up to down, you'll find that your heart rate's going to quickly skyrocket, which is great. So that's why we're going to combine that movement with the side lunge. Now, sounds as easy as it is. There's no tricks to it. So we're going to start off with a center. So feet are shoulder width apart, a little bit closer together, not outside of the shoulders, just within. And we're going to step out to the side, okay? And lunge down and up. And other side and up. Down, up, down. So if you notice this leg straight, I'm kind of leaning into my back hip, my chest comes forward, and I return to my center. always return to the center between going from side to side. So again, we're alternating left to right, left to right. So it's going to look like that, and center, back, center, back, and center. Okay? So we're going to start in about 30 seconds. So grab a little bit of water, brace yourselves with the alternating thrusters to start, and then breaking, and then going into the side lunges, alternating. So in about 20 seconds, we're going to get going. And this is set 5, our last one, guys. Come on. Going in 10 seconds, starting with the thrusters.
3,
2, 1, let's go. Sorry, so these are snatches, not thrusters. There we go.
3, 2,
And rest. All right, in position for the lunges, find your center. Starting to the right. Let's go. Weight goes back on the heel, not on the knee.
3, 2, 1.
And rest. Good. On with the dumbbell snatches in 3, 2, 1, go. Lock out that arm, keeping it close to the ear.
3, 2, 1.
And rest. Backing away from the weight. Side lunges. 2, 1. Let's go. Out to the side and down.
3, 2, 1.
Rest.
Rest.
Preparing for the snatches once again. Standing right over your weight.
3, 2, 1.
Hinging back. Let's go. Up. And rest. Good. Here we go. Side lunges. Really stretch it out wide. Come on. Center. Out. Center. Out. Come on. I'm almost there.
3, 2, 1.
Rest.
Rest.
Standing over your dumbbell. Getting ready for the snatches.
3, 2.
And 1. Here we go. And rest. Lunges. 2, 1. Let's go. Off to the side. Hips pull back over the heels. Chest stays up. And rest. Shake out those legs. I think we have one more, if I'm not mistaken.
3, 2, 1. Done.
Nope. We're done. Right to the very end, I cannot get it right. All right, that was really good. That was a lot of work. You guys made it through. Take about 10, 15 seconds, kind of clear your space. We're going to do a little bit of a cool down, which is just some stretching. No more burpees, I promise. All right. Take some sips of water. Come on down to the ground. And we're going to position to lower my music. Right at that. There we go. You kind of keep your music rolling in the background if you like. So I'm going to go into the first position of our stretch, which is called a 90-90. So we're going to sit square on our bum to start. And we're going to take our left leg and we're going to kind of bring it around back to a 90-degree position. Front leg stays in a 90-degree position. By 90 degrees, I mean the angle of your knee. Okay. From here, we're going to try to keep our weight equally distributed on both sides of our hips. We're going to stretch our arms straight up, keeping them shoulder width apart. And we're going to use our core muscles and our glute muscles to kind of guide us down slowly. Breathing, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, and down to the ground. We can now lower our head, but not all the way down. Remember, keep that grapefruit space in between. Really stretch your arms out. Hold it here for 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly creep on up. And from this position, we're simply going to go right onto our feet, or the bottoms of our feet. So we're going to kind of flip up, and all of a sudden we're in a forward lunge position. Okay? So in a forward lunge position, you're on your back toe. Heel is over your laces. We're going to bring both hands to one side, and we're going to let the hip drop and the knee come out. Okay? We're going to sink into that front hip pretty good. From here, we're going to keep our hands flat on the ground, neutral neck. Hold here for 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now raise that right arm up and lower it down. Give me 5 reps. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, now on your 5th rep, bring the hand over to the outside of your right foot. Kick in that back leg and hold this bottom stretch for 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll up. Good. Now we're going to go back down on the ground. Sit once again. And now this time we're going to take our right leg, bring it all the way behind us into a 90-degree position of the knee. Front knee in a 90-degree position. Weight, try to keep it equal, shoulders square. Arms come on up. Take a nice big breath. And as you exhale, we're going to drop forward, controlling the movement. Good. Bring the fingertips down, walk them a little bit forward. Keep that gap between the chin and chest. Pulling the head forward, really feel the stretch in your glutes on your left side. For 5 more, 3 more, and walk it back up. Now again, we're going to go and balance on our 2 feet into our left side lunge. Right leg kicks back. Okay. Left leg, knee stays over the lace. 2 hands off to the right side of your left leg, flat on your hands. We're going to let that hip open up by just kind of letting our knee fall out to the side. Hold here for 5 more, 4 more, 3, 2, 1. Left arm goes up, rotating that spine and back down. 2, and down. 3, and down. 4, and down. And last left leg, kick in that right foot. We're gonna hold it down here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and begin to slowly roll up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, guys. Thank you for joining me today. I will see you next Wednesday for another Tabata class and a nice solid warm-up and a good stretch. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Take care, everyone. Hopefully the weather's nice and I can get back outside. Take care.